You are not that important.
2025 is about to be the most interested year in our lives, as it is just January, and there is already a lot of drama going on in South Africa. Recently, rumors circulating suggest that Kelly Khumalo's hidden adult son has spoken out on how Kelly Khumalo was always trying to eliminate him in her cult. But is this information really true? Does Kelly Khumalo really have a secret adult son? Let's dive into the video to find out.
Do not reverse my
In a
actions.
shocking revelation that has caused a stir across the South African media, the hidden adult son of Kelly Khumalo has bravely come forward with a very personal and harrowing account. The young man, who has long kept out of the public eye, is now speaking out about his turbulent relationship with his famous mother, Kelly Khumalo, and disturbing allegations that he is a target within the so-called cult atmosphere she claims to foster. For years, Kelly Khumalo has been a household name in South Africa due to her musical talent, controversies, high-profile relationships, especially with football stars, and the tragic death of her partner Sinso Maiwa. However, this new revelation from her son paints a very different picture of the woman many worship. His account claims that Kelly was always very controlling and tried to remove him from her life in ways that hinted at sinister motives. Kelly Khumalo's son, whose identity was kept secret for years, is now an adult and, for the first time, is breaking his silence. He claims that he was always subjected to a world of manipulation and psychological torment orchestrated by Kelly herself. He claims Kelly's behavior toward him was influenced by her participation in what he described as a cult-like atmosphere, a place where devotion to her were required above all else. "I always felt like I was on the road," he said. "There was a constant sense of danger, of not being good enough, or worse, of being erased from existence. My mother was relentless in her attempts to make me feel like a burden to her." The term cult often carries heavy connotations, but according to Kelly's son, it is the most accurate description of the environment Kelly created around herself. It is alleged that the people in her life, including close friends and associates, were part of a network where Kelly's control and influence over their decisions was absolute. He claims that these individuals were expected to adhere to every word Kelly said, and those who failed to do so were ostracized or worse. He continued, "My mother surrounded herself with people who told her only what she wanted to hear. It was all about loyalty to her, and there was no room for dissent. I always felt like I didn't fit into this world she created. I didn't belong." In this space of isolation and manipulation, he claims his mother tried to remove him emotionally and physically from her life. He believes Kelly saw him as an obstacle, someone who might disrupt the image of perfection she worked so hard to cultivate in the media. Kelly's son pointed to a consistent pattern of psychological manipulation that left lasting scars. His novel paints a picture of a woman obsessed with maintaining control at all costs, the cost often coming in the form of alienating her son. He recalls moments of emotional neglect and cruelty where Kelly would deliberately withhold affection or support when he needed it most. "She made it clear that I was not her priority," he says. "Her focus was always on herself and her career. If I didn't fit that mold, I would get fired. I never felt like I truly loved or accepted her. It was always about what was right for her